Have you ever asked yourself why it's so difficult for you to start anything? You have a lot of things in your head, I know, and you really want to do some things in certain ways that will really take you from one point to the other. And then you are scared of doing them, or rather, there's just a reason, a simple reason on why you are not doing them. And it creates some kind of a feeling of being stuck. You don't know where to start from. I'm here to tell you that you are not stuck. And what you are afraid of is just you're afraid of starting small. It's all over. There's the social media's lies of overnight success. You do feel that if I start this today, and then how much time will it take me to get to this point? And then you make a conclusion in your head and say that it will really take you a long time to have to own that car, to own that house, or to afford a vacation to a destination that you wish. And it's all like an illusion. It's all like a lie in your head that you are so scared of starting anything. But what you are actually scared of is starting small, because if you are not born in a rich family, there is no day you're going to wake up and just speak on owning things or speak on getting money. You have to start somewhere, and to some point, you have to start small, because there is the culture of comparison. You look at somebody doing something and you say that why can't I be like them? You've not had their full story. If they tell you their story, then you it will resonate with what I'm trying to tell you, that you should never be afraid to start small, no matter what. If you want that perfect thing, it has to start from somewhere. There has to be a zero level ground before you get to 100% level ground. I encourage you to take micro actions, small actions that build into bigger effects and that build into bigger results. With that way, you're going to kick out the cultures of comparison. You're going to kick off things like procrastinating on when to start and trying to look for a reason to start. Because at the end of the day, when that feeling plays, or that kind of emotion plays with you on the fear of not starting, or the fear of imperfection when you start, is an effect that is going to run with you for the longest time, to the point that by the time you are convinced that now you need to start, it shall be too late. Things shall have moved ahead, things shall have advanced to a level that it will take you a lot of time and a lot of resources to really get to that point. It's so obvious. The world is not moving at such a great speed that you cannot catch up with it. It just depends on where you start from. Starting small doesn't mean you rewind and do things as the old people were doing them before. Starting small is starting from right where you are, with what you have, and encouraging yourself to really push on with that kind of alignment that you put yourself into, by starting in your appropriate environment. Avoid exaggerating anything, avoid outreaching on some things that you can't get to just for you to begin. And the moment you employ the strategy of micro action, then that way you shall have conquered the spirit or the art of starting small. And there are a lot of stories that you've heard of about starting small. The results, the effect are so evident in every notable investment, in every notable figures that we see around. Never be afraid of starting small, and never feel stuck. If you really want to do something, just start it where you are, with what you have, with anyone that is around you. Sometimes you don't need to break your back for some things that you can't get, just for you to start. And the moment you get to that point, the moment you make that decision, that is the moment you conquer your inner self, and that is the moment you conquer your comfort zone and break its barriers, and really be able to show the world and yourself who you are eventually. Your potential shall have been touched, if not extreme at that point, but it has to be extreme when you continue taking such micro actions and improving them along the way. Have the mind and have the capability of starting small, and never, never, ever, and I repeat, never ever get scared of starting anything that you want to do. The initial point matters more than where you're heading to, because you have no clue. But at least you have a clue of where you are. You can look around you, what you have, and that is exactly that thing or that item that you really need. That is all you need. You don't need motivation, you don't need anything, you don't need funding, you don't need backup. Start with what you have. If anything or anyone spots what you do, these are some of the things that come along the way. But where is the origin? The origin is starting small. And starting small, as I said, is starting where you are with what you have at that time that you are in. So take this very, very seriously. And the results of it will even surprise you. And then at the end of the day, you'll just say, after all, I was just scared. of starting small. And it's not that nothing was impossible for you to start. It's just that you're scared of starting small. And then the moment all that transits to a point where you'll flash back and see where you started from, and then you thank God and be an inspiration to many other people that are like you or those who follow you, and then urging them that the best way to get to where so and so is to start from where you are with what you have. Nobody is born with a silver spoon, and not many are also born in lucky families, rich families. And if you're not in that category, then never be scared to start small.